Hello and welcome inside Brown Arena on the campus of Boston University. This is Brookline High School Athletics on BATV. Today it's boys ice hockey action as the Walpole Rebels are in town to take on the Brookline Warriors in a Bay State Conference duel. I'm Brad Kasna. Thanks for joining us today. Today it's a Bay State Conference matchup between two teams that are still looking for their first win on this young season. The Rebels come into Brookline with a record of 0-1-1 so far, coming off a draw in non-conference play against Whitman-Hanson their last time out. The Warriors, meanwhile, 0-2 to start the season, but they're playing their first game here at home in Walter Brown Arena today, looking to get on the board with that first win of the season, but it'll be a tough task coming against a Walpole team that qualified for the Division I state tournament last year. So the Warriors and the Rebels boys ice hockey action coming up next right here on BATV.
Hard today when he does get the ball, and he's going to take it for over the court, give me your point.
We're just about set to go here at Brown Arena between the Warriors of Brookline and the Rebels of Walpole. The starting lineups today, first for the Brookline Warriors, David Birch will take the opening faceoff as the center. He'll have Solomon Foster at left wing, Dan McLaughlin at right wing, with Declan Finnegan and CJ Greenstein starting on defense. Jake Paul in net for the Warriors. Warriors in their blue jerseys, skating left to right in this first period, while the Rebels in white. Starting lines out there for the Rebels as Paul makes his first save of the evening. Bill Moore at center, Patrick Quinn the left wing, Sean Donnelly on right wing, and the defensemen Patrick Baker and Andrew Moore, with freshman James Corcoran between the pipes for Walpole. Offensive zone face-off won by the Rebels. Pass slips through and behind the net. Rebels still control. Another shot on goal is saved by Paul. Now weaving through with a shot is Donnelly, but that was saved by Paul as well. So a few saves already for Jake Paul, who made a name for himself last season with a 71 save shutout against Wellesley last year. That was the Massachusetts high school record for saves in a game, and an unbelievable performance for Paul there last year. Rebels again coming back, but this pass cut off by the Warriors. It was Nolan Crowley getting in the way of that one, but Warriors still trying to clear, and the Rebels getting possession back. Another shot on goal there. It was Baker who went awkwardly into the boards and is still down. We'll get a whistle to stop play. And I believe actually that is not Patrick Baker. It actually looks like number 5, Danny Hamilton, who is able to skate off the ice under his own power, but obviously banged up as he went awkwardly into the boards behind the net. So face-off will come at neutral ice. It's won by the Rebels. Warriors trying to clear. Walpole wins it back. Jimmy McKenna sends the puck behind the net. And now Baker. Pass is not kept in the zone. So the Rebels will have to cycle out. Baker again skating into the zone. Warriors looking to clear. And do. As Finnegan flipped it out of the zone, but Rebels back on the attack and a goal. Andrew Moore scoring to put Walpole on the board. It's 1-0 with 12:46 to go in the first period. Moore, a freshman. Freshman defenseman that puts that puck in the back of the net and puts the Rebels on top. So the Warriors in a hole early here. As both these teams looking for their first wins of the season. Liam McCabe and Jimmy McKenna get assists on that goal by Moore. Goal coming 2:14 into the first period. The Rebels so far have controlled possession for much of this game. Most of the game been played in Walpole's offensive zone. The Warriors trying to clear, but a shot comes in from the point. And finally, the Warriors are able to clear. Brendan Sullivan will dump it in for the Rebels as Walpole will go for a line change. Moore again fires one in from the point. It goes over to Baker. Baker sends it forward, but cut off. And Warriors able to clear. It's Jesse Lung skating up the near side, all the way into the offensive zone to dispossess. And now the Rebels look to clear, and they do. As James Murphy takes it out of the zone. But the Rebels go off sides. And we'll get a face-off at neutral ice. 10-11 on the clock in the first period. Face-off won by Brookline. Alex Chin clears it back to neutral ice. Sent back behind the goal by Walpole as the Rebels now looking to chase. Finnegan clears from behind the net. Puck comes back to Finnegan behind the net. Can't get a handle on it, but gets it back anyways. Sends it over to the near side. And Chin able to clear. Sullivan hauls it in for the Rebels. Warriors looking to get something going here in the offensive zone. Hendrik Noos down in the corner battling for this puck. Puck comes clear. And McKenna is one-on-one. But Finnegan comes away with it. Finnegan winning that battle. And will dump back for a line change. Rebels looking to clear again. Moore all alone. Bill Moore trying to do something, but with a quartet of Warriors around him, loses possession. Rebels back in their own zone. Quinn touches it across the line. Big hit there delivered by Bill Moore, but no penalties. Now we could have one on the near side as a couple players went crashing into the boards. We'll see what the call is. Well, no penalty. Looks like it maybe was just an offsides call as the face-off comes at neutral ice. Rebels controlling behind their own net. That pass out of reach, but gets all the way in towards the goal. Tommy McDonald chasing down for the Rebels, but can't quite catch up to it before Paul is able to push it aside. Warriors can't clear there, as Ryan Brown did a nice job keeping that puck in the zone, getting right in the way of that attempted clear. Low angle shot comes from Danny Hamilton. And the puck goes out of play. So we'll get a face-off. 7:48 to go in the first period, 1-0. The Walpole Rebels leading the Brookline Warriors. Face-off comes at center ice. Baker has it now for Walpole, sends it up, and a shot on goal from Kevin Quinn, saved by Paul. Now Baker back at the point, moving into the circle, but dispossessed. Warriors now looking to clear. They do, but it goes right to the stick of Baker again, so the Rebels will reset and fire the puck back behind the net. It'll come back to Paul, who pokes it behind the net. Dan Rosenthal sends it up to the far side for Leo Petit. Rebels still looking to put the pressure on. Baker saves it at the blue line. Centering pass gets through everyone. Now a shot from Kevin Quinn, but saved by Paul. Trying to wrap around the near side for the Rebels, with Paul there to put the pads down, not leave any space. Charlie Harrington for Walpole sends it behind the net. And Murphy sending it across. Finnegan gets in there and steals the puck away, but saved in at the point by the Rebels. Tim Farrow from the point, a shot that ends up behind the net. Rebels will go for a line change as Finnegan will take it from behind his own blue line and clear it out, dump it in, and now the Warriors will get a line change themselves. Donnelly on the move for the Rebels, sends a shot that's saved by Paul and deflected out of play. So a face-off will be coming. 5:37 to go in the first period. Birch and Moore take the face-off. Rebels have it at center ice. Sullivan sends it back behind the net, where the Warriors will look to clear, but Farrow at the point. Another shot from the point, and once again, deflected, saved by Paul, and deflected out of play. So another face-off. 5:19 on the clock now in the first period. Body is flying in on that face-off, and finally the Rebels come away with it. So Danny Hamilton will get credit for the face-off win, though. It was Ryan Brown who was in there on top of the puck. Shot is deflected off of a Warriors stick and well out of play. So we'll get another face-off, as it was Chin who blocked that shot. 4:59 to go in the first period. Another face-off win for Hamilton. Brown working at the far side boards, and now shot on goal off the stick of Hamilton, and it's saved once again by Paul. So the Rebels keeping the pressure on. The Warriors win this face-off, and will be looking to clear. Crowley sends it to the point, but McKenna there to keep it in. Long sends it back on the near side, and Brian Greenstein on the move. So Warriors up in the offensive zone. Baker trying to clear as Lung is on him. Now Crowley comes in as well. Warriors able to keep it in, gets all the way over to Corcoran, who turns it aside. Andrew Moore back behind his own net, trying to set something up for the Rebels to clear here. Ends up taking it himself up the near side all the way across the red line at center ice. And the whistle comes now, and I believe now we may have a penalty. No, I think it was just an offsides call. So neutral zone face-off here, 3:47 to go in the first period. This time it's won by the Warriors. Nose comes away with it, but Sullivan picks it up at center ice, dumps it in, and Patrick Quinn behind the boards. Shot on goal by Donnelly. It doesn't get through. They're blocked or saved by Paul. Now a shot from the blue line goes all the way to the back boards. Bill Moore keeps it in for the Rebels. Puck in back of the net. Warriors trying to come away with it. Check to the ice. And now Brookline able to clear. Farrow back for the Rebels. And now Bill Moore racing up the near side boards. Gets it out to Sullivan at the blue line, but he can't keep it in. And the Rebels will have to reset. Dumped in by Baker. This will give Finnegan a chance to collect it and try to clear. He goes behind the net to the other side for Andrew Moore, although the Rebels get there first. Big hit there by McLaughlin, but it looks like he will be going to the box. And we'll see what the call is. So with 2:13 on the clock in the first period, we have our first penalty of the game, and it'll put the Rebels on the power play. Dan McLaughlin, the senior forward, calls for the penalty. Penalty will be for a minute and a half. They initially put 2 minutes on the board, which was the reason for the slight delay there. But it's a minute and a half penalties, minor penalties in high school, where they play 15-minute periods. So the Rebels on the power play. Shot by Moore is deflected by Chin. Warriors attempted to clear, but unable to. Now the Warriors clear it out, and the Rebels will have to reset. 1 minute remaining on the power play, and the Warriors get clear this one all the way back behind the Rebels' net. Ryan Greenstein up on the forecheck. Rebels coming back with it. Patrick Quinn shot and a save by Paul. 45 seconds to go on the Rebels power play, exactly halfway through. man-up situation for Walpole. Face-off won by the Rebels. Right out in front of the net, and Paul able to send it out, get in the way of that pass. Another shot goes wide. Another save made by Paul as he knocks that away with his stick, and the Warriors able to clear all the way back to Corcoran in front of the other net. It was Crowley who cleared that one away. Under a minute to go in the period, 10 seconds left on the Rebels power play. Shot and another save. Puck's up in the air, now back to the ice. Warriors trying to clear, power play over as out of the box, back to full strength is McLaughlin, who raced right to the puck and knocked the man off of it. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Rebels back behind their own net, trying to clear it out. Colby Ferrigno behind the net, attempting to clear, gets it out to neutral ice, sent back in by Sullivan. Under 10 seconds to go in the first period. Warriors controlling. And that'll do it for the first period. 1-0 our score, thanks to a goal by Andrew Moore that has the Rebels on top by a goal after one period. So the Rebels take the early lead here at Brown Arena. We'll be back with the second period of action. You're watching Brookline Warriors Ice Hockey on BATV. Second period underway as it's 1-0 Walpole. Here at Brown Arena, Warriors now going right to left in this second period. The lone goal in the first scored by Andrew Moore, assisted by Liam McCabe and Jimmy McKenna for Walpole. That came 2:14 into the first period. And that is where we stand as both these teams looking for their first win of the season. The Warriors 0-2, losing to Norwood and Dedham to start the season as Paul makes a save there on the shot by Sean Donnelly. The Rebels, meanwhile, are 0-1-1. The loss came in their season opener to Newton North in a Bay State Conference game. The tie, their last time out, a non-league game, 2-2 tie against Whitman-Hanson. There's a shot that may have been deflected there by Jake Paul between the pipes for the Warriors. Brookline able to clear it out. And now a shot and a goal! Jesse Lung scores for Brookline, and we are tied 1-1 with 13:24 to go in the second period. Lung, sophomore forward. Evens this game at 1-1. There's a shot and a goal. The Rebels answer right back as Kevin Quinn scores that one. So Jesse Leung's goal is unassisted. But just 30 seconds later, the Rebels strike back and reclaim the lead. So now it's 2-1. Walpole with 12:45 to go in the second period. Warriors on the run again. Nolan Crowley this time sends a shot towards the goal, but Tim Farrow is there to make it difficult on him and not allow a clean shot. Now back the other way. Blast from deep, but goes wide. So the scoring on Kevin Quinn's goal, the assists coming from Liam McCabe and Tim Farrow. So that's 2 assists now for McCabe, as he has been involved in both Rebels goals today. And in this second period, we've seen a lot more back and forth action. Shot from the point deflected, and a goal. Nice move from Danny Hamilton, who's able to score off the deflection and put the Rebels up 3-1. 11:16 on the clock now in the second period. And the Rebels now with a 2-goal lead. Rebels trying to keep the pressure on, with Solomon Foster able to clear it out for the Warriors. Rebels dump back in. CJ Greenstein now clearing it out. So Hamilton's goal, assists from Ryan Brown and Andrew Moore. So 3 goals coming in a 3-minute span in this one. And the Rebels now with a 3-1 lead. Big hit there from Crowley, and it'll draw a penalty as he sent the stick of one of the Walpole Rebels flying. Rebels have the extra skater out, but the Warriors get a touch on, and that will stop play. So Crowley will go to the box for 1.5 minutes. 10:10 on the clock in the second period. It's the second power play of the game for the Rebels. They were unable to score on their first power play chance in the first period. Bill Moore wins the face-off for Walpole. Rebels cycling, and now the shot comes. Blocked by the Warriors, and now coming back the other way, Jesse Leung. Cross-ice pass, a shot saved by Corcoran. Brian Greenstein had the short-handed bid. Corcoran up to the task there. Leung clears again. Once again, Brian Greenstein chasing. He'll put the forecheck on, but the Rebels collect and come back the other way. Icing, I believe the call here. Yes, icing. So the Rebels a bit too eager with the pass there, and it'll come back to the Rebels' defensive zone this faceoff. Halfway through the power play, 45 seconds on the man advantage for the Rebels. Once again, racing up the ice is Farrow. Farrow, shot saved by Paul. Warriors looking to clear. Saved at the blue line by Tommy McDonald. McDonald from the point, shot, goal! Looked like it may have caught a piece of a Warrior on the way through, but Tommy McDonald with the power play goal puts the Rebels up 4-1. With 8:59 to go in the second period. So the Rebels have really hit their stride offensively here in the second with 3 goals so far. Even though the play has been a little more even. Now here's a chance. A shot by Brian Greenstein is blocked. And now another shot goes wide. Here come the Rebels back the other way, but CJ Greenstein breaks up the pass. Rebels get it back. Patrick Baker takes it behind the net. Wraparound shot saved by Paul. Now a shot from the point goes wide. Warriors clearing out. Rebels looking to get control at neutral ice, and they do. Sent on net gently by Kevin Quinn, and Paul covers up to make the save. 8:02 on the clock.
Assisted by number 2, Ryan Brown, and number 18, Kevin Quinn. Time to goal, 6 minutes, 1 second.
Offensive zone face-off here. Shot saved by Paul. Back behind the net. Great play there by David Birch to get in there and clear the puck. Rebels collecting in their own defensive zone. Kevin Quinn back behind the net. Another whistle comes as this one gets out of play. Scoring on that last Walpole goal, scored by Tommy McDonald. The assists going to Ryan Brown and Kevin Quinn on the power play goal. So Kevin Quinn, a goal and an assist for the Rebels. Andrew Moore also a goal and an assist. Ryan Brown and Liam McCabe 2 assists each. So it's been a couple of lines making the scoring happen for the Rebels. Warriors coming back the other way. Birch cleared out, but Declan Finnegan has it for the Warriors. Now the Rebels take it. Baker up the far side, centering pass, shot blocked by Colby Ferrigno. Warriors looking to clear. They get it out. It's Dan McLaughlin taking it up the ice. He goes down, back to his feet. But the Rebels bring it back the other way. Centering pass, can't quite connect. As Donnelly had a good opportunity there. Puck loose behind the net. Birch looking to clear. Unable to. Shot and a save by Paul. Puck loose in the crease. Paul covers up. 6:22 to go in the second. 4-1 Rebels. The Warriors, their first 2 games, scoring 1 goal each. There's a 6-1 loss to Norwood, a 2-1 loss to Dedham, so Warriors looking to find a little more of that scoring touch and start earning some points in the standings. The Rebels, meanwhile, have been involved in higher scoring games both ways, as a shot there is blocked by Leo Petit. Rebels with a 4-3 loss to Newton North and a 2-2 tie with Whitman Hansen. Shot there from Josh Russo doesn't make it through traffic. And all the way back the other way come the Rebels. Charlie Harrington has it, but CJ Greenstein gets into the corner to try to separate him from the puck. Pass comes through to the near side. And looks like Sean Greeley there will send it behind the net. It's Dan Rosenthal trying to clear for the Warriors. In behind the net. Now bring it in front is James Murphy, but Paul there to make the save. 5:05 to go in the second. And another face-off in the offensive zone for Walpole. This one's won by the Warriors as Ferrigno knocks it away. Now Crowley chasing after it into the near corner. Andrew Moore is there to put some pressure on. Rebels trying to come away with it. And Walpole able to clear as Ryan Brown skates it out. Warriors get it back. Brian Greenstein coming the other way. Checked into the boards though and dispossessed as Rebels once again trying to clear, and Brown gets it out this time. Sent all the way back behind the net. Centering pass, can't connect. Ferrigno is in there to make sure the Rebels didn't get a shot off from the slot. Now through the near side corner. Back to the point. Baker sends it in through traffic, but deflects wide. Now McCabe outmaneuvered in the far corner. Brian Greenstein in there looking to clear. Andrew Moore from the circle and a glove save from Paul. As Moore had some nice moves there to hold on to the puck, but Paul making a fine save. 3:33 to go in the second. The Rebels have opened up a 3-goal lead. Warriors clear, and chasing after it is McLaughlin. Now the Rebels coming back the other way quickly. Dispossessed at neutral ice. Rebels will dump it in. And the Warriors will attempt to clear. Rebels with the puck. A shot knocked wide by Paul. Now the Warriors clearing. Birch up in front with it, looking for a teammate to pass to, but off a few sticks it ends up with the Rebels. Coming back the other way is Bill Moore. Moore a shot, saved, and on the rebound, a goal. Bill Moore knocking in his own rebound, and it puts the Rebels up 5-1 with 2:42 to go in the second period. Fourth goal of this second period for the Rebels. As they're beginning to come alive offensively. In their third game of the season for Walpole.
Number 7, Bill Moore. unassisted. Time to goal, 12 minutes, 18 seconds.
That goal was unassisted by Moore. So 5 different goal scorers for the Rebels as it's their highest offensive output of the season in just their 3rd game. Whistle comes here for offsides with 1:53 to go in the 2nd period. Back and forth at neutral ice here. Now the Rebels moving forward. Shot wide off the stick of Murphy. Ferrigno clears it out for Brookline. On the move is Russo. Russo flips a shot on goal, and it's saved by Corcoran. A 1:01 to go in the 2nd period. James Corcoran hasn't been tested too much in net. And without much experience either, a freshman who was a late add to the Rebels roster as well. But so far, has only given up 1 goal through nearly 2 periods of play. Shot there is saved by Paul. Rebels keep it in. Now Rosenthal will chase it down and try to get it clear going. Wraparound shot saved by Paul. 30 seconds to go in the 2nd period. Rebels still controlling. Jesse Leung in there trying to win the puck and get it free. 3 Warriors in there. Now the puck finally comes loose. The Rebels still in control. Hamilton trying to get it through traffic. Back behind that, Hamilton out in front. Shot goes wide from the point. Rebels trying to control, and that'll do it for the 2nd period. So the Warriors get on the board, but the Rebels answer with 4 more goals, and Walpole leads it 5-1 after 2 periods of play. We'll be back with the 3rd period of action. You're watching Brookline Warriors hockey on BATV. And we're underway in the 3rd period with the Rebels of Walpole leading the Warriors of Brookline 5-1. Warriors in blue going left to right in this 3rd period. As Walpole exploded for 4 goals in that 2nd period. To run down the scoring summary, it was Jesse Leung for Brookline scoring an unassisted goal to tie the game up and get things started, as we have a delayed penalty here coming against the Warriors. It looks like it will be against Dan McLaughlin for, I believe it was contact to the head, it looked like the official signaled there. So the Rebels will go on the power play. They're 1 for 2 on the power play today. Look, there's a shot that's saved by Jake Paul. Another shot saved by Paul, and a goal. So the Rebels score on the power play and make it 6-1. As it looked like it was Tim Farrow that put that one in the net. So another power play goal for Walpole. And they've got a 5-goal lead. So to run down the scoring summary once again from that second period, we had Jesse Leong for Brookline tying it up at 1-1, but after that, 4 unanswered for the Rebels. First it was Kevin Quinn from Liam McCabe and Tim Farrow. Then Danny Hamilton from Ryan Brown and Andrew Moore. Tommy McDonald scored a power play goal assisted by Ryan Brown and Kevin Quinn. And Bill Moore wrapped the scoring up unassisted. And this goal we had just now was Tim Farrow, assisted by Danny Hamilton. So Hamilton, Kevin Quinn, and Andrew Moore all with a goal and an assist each. Tim Farrow as well, I should add to that group, all with a goal and an assist each for Walpole as they lead it 6-1. Rebels again on the attack. That shot goes wide. Bill Moore sends it up to the point. Sent back behind the net. Andrew Kelly will chase it down. Puck comes all the way back behind the Rebels net where Patrick Baker will start the play again. Charlie Harrington back behind the net, tries to send it forward, but broken up by the Warriors. Declan Finnegan sends it back, and now Colby Ferrigno looking to clear. And a save made by Paul. 11:03 to go in the third period. Offensive zone face-up for the Rebels. James Murphy wins it for Walpole. Shot from the side is saved by Paul, and a shot and a goal for Sean Greeley. It looks like that puck took a deflection off of someone. Not sure if it was another Walpole player or a Warrior defenseman, but Greeley taking the initial shot. And it finds the back of the net to put the Rebels up 7-1. 10:52 to go in the third period. Now another shot from Greeley. That one saved by Paul. Shot from the blue line, another save by Paul as he was in front of that Brendan Sullivan shot from long range. Sullivan again working into the slot and a goal. Brendan Sullivan, some nice moves and puts it away. 8-1. The Rebels lead it with 10:01 to go in the third period. Rebels again on the attack. This shot goes wide. And Warriors clear back to neutral ice. Now Charlie Harrington loses his footing. Warriors looking to clear. Young chasing it down behind the net. They'll go cross ice for Brian Greenstein. Greenstein gets it into the zone, but Andrew Moore looking to clear it right back out. Gets it across the line. So the scoring just announced on the last two Walpole goals. The first one scored by Greeley was assisted by James Murphy and Charlie Harrington, while the last goal from Brendan Sullivan assisted by Jimmy McKenna. So that's 2 assists tonight for McKenna. And an 8-1 Rebels lead. Sullivan keeps it in for the Rebels. Crossing pass deflected. Warriors have a chance to clear, and they do. Leo Petit skating up the ice with it. But battle in the neutral zone. Puck loose in front of the Walpole bench. It's sent forward. But the Rebels blue liners gain control. Greeley will dump it in and go for a line change. Rebels still trying to control as Finnegan's back there trying to clear. Now it comes over. Pass is picked off in front. The shot just missing the net there. As the Rebels still trying to make something happen here. Back to the point. Shot gets blocked up in traffic. Over to the far corner where Liam McCabe looks to go back to the point, but Jay Bloom can't keep it in. So the Rebels have to clear out, and again, Bloom having trouble getting across the blue line. Now the Warriors take over. Solomon Foster into the offensive zone. Big hit on the near side boards. Rebels come away with it. Andrew Moore behind the net, starting the play. Passes back and forth here at the blue line. Shot from Bloom doesn't get through traffic. Now a shot out in front and saved by Paul. Warriors now looking to clear. McLaughlin able to get it out of the zone, but sent quickly back in by the Rebels, although they'll get possession back as they would have been offsides. So now the Rebels back in their own defensive zone. Greeley sends it forward. The players tumble over right in front of the Walpole bench. Blasted on net by Greeley. Paul covers up to make the save. 5:22 to go in the third period, 8-1, the Rebels leading. We want to thank our BATV crew here today, bringing you the sights and sounds from Brown Arena, Charles Henneberry and Yuri Takahashi. This is the last game with us for Charles Henneberry, who's been with us for all these BATV sports events for the past few years, so we wish him the best of luck on his new ventures. Another save made by Paul. .5:11 to go in the third period. Face-off won by the Rebels. Shot point blank range, saved by Paul. Rebels keeping it alive though. Another shot saved by Paul. Shot from the Rebels goes wide. Rebels will dump it in and go for a line change as Kelly takes a shot, and a nice glove save by Jake Paul. 4 minutes on the clock in the third period. Walpole with an 8-1 lead, 8 different goal scorers for the Rebels. Jesse Leong with the Warriors' lone goal. Shot on net there from Josh Russo, but the save is made by Tim Kirker, who's come in to play goal for the Rebels. James Corcoran, a freshman, had started and played the first 2 periods, but Kirker in there now. Not sure if this was maybe a planned move from the start of the game, because Corcoran was not tested all that much, but only gave up 1 goal through 2 periods. Low angle shot, and Paul able to keep it out. As a broken stick now sends Alex Chin back to the bench. Rebels will dump it in and change personnel. Low angle shot from Andrew Moore. Misses wide. Now another shot. This one also wide. Back to Bloom at the point. Brings it forward. Cut off by Finnegan though. Finnegan will clear it out for the Warriors. Rebels trying to regain control in the neutral zone and do. Scanning it into the zone is Andrew Moore, who takes a shot that's knocked aside by Paul. Back out into the neutral zone as the Rebels will have to cycle back out. And the Warriors back looking to clear, get it up to the point, but offsides are the Rebels as the Warriors were able to clear, and they'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. 2:01 on the clock in the third period. Rebels win this face-off. As Murphy comes away with it. Now sending it back behind the net. Finnegan is there, but the Rebels come away with it. Point blank shot, kick save by Paul. Leung clearing out for the Warriors. Going coast to coast. Looks for a shot, goes wide. Back to the point for CJ Greenstein. Now the Rebels looking to clear, they get it out into the neutral zone. Harrington will dump it in and go off for a chains. CJ Greenstein chases it down. Under a minute to go in this one. Warriors hoping for one last chance to get on the board. Nolan Crowley now taking it into the zone. Drops it off for Leung. But getting in the way of it is Bloom. Warriors get it back. Crossing pass in front. Shot and a save by Kirker. Crowley with the shot there. But Kirker makes the save. 15 seconds to go. Puck tied up along the near side boards. Finally squirts out. Warriors able to clear. Rebels trying to get it back at neutral ice. Leung has it for the Warriors into the offensive zone. Leung will not get a shot off. Game over as the final buzzer sounds, and the Walpole Rebels win this one over the Brookline Warriors by a final score of 8-1.
Both these teams came into today's contest looking for their first win of the season, and it's the Walpole Rebels that end up putting that first W on the board. Walpole improves their record to 1-1-1 after 3 games in this young season, and getting it done with a balanced attack today. 8 different goal scorers accounting for their 8 goals. For the Warriors, meanwhile, the lone goal coming off of Jesse Leung, but the Brookline team falls to 0-3 on this young season. So they're still looking for their first win, and their first win in Bay State Conference play as well. So once again, the final score, the Walpole Rebels 8, the Brookline Warriors 1. I'm Brad Casnett saying so long from Boston.